Right, Sharon?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Downtime Activities and welcome back to Ozzy's Mysteries. You didn't have to see all of the, how long it took me to actually start recording. When last we left, you guys had explored a good chunk of the house, at least kind of the core house.
From the secret passageway.
But yeah, been through a lot of the secret passageways, had a couple of run-ins with the ghost of Ezekial Croswell, and we're kind of starting to get some stuff figured out. I believe you got a clue, which I can pull up the last time, as to where the treasure might be. There was some talk about trying to track that down. Mm-hmm. The clue you have is gold spinning round like the sun. There was also some talk about trying to trap the apparition, or contain it in some way, I guess.
We need a vacuum.
I guess you could just call the Ghostbusters if you want.
We are the Ghostbusters.
In which case, I guess I'll just have you guys all stat out Ghostbusters, and we'll run a one shot as Ghostbusters. I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen for like 15 years.
Yeah, we're still early in this one.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to reintroduce your characters? Just since it's been a couple of weeks since we recorded, so I don't know if you guys want to reintroduce your characters, just so that you all know who you all are.
I'll start. So I am Patricia Stevenson. I'm the goth occult lady.
Goth Velma.
Easy,
Or no,
shorthand.
Goth Daphne. You're Goth Daphne.
She does have long red hair. So. I am Stephanie Holton. I have short blonde hair. Oh, canon. Like, sensitive. I am the smart, preppy girl that is straight A student and class president. And, yeah, I'm here solving mysteries. Because,
Still
fucking why not?
Yet to figure out why she's with this group.
Smart Daphne.
Smart Daphne.
Which Daphne? Smart Daphne.
Hey.
I am Bill Kessler, and I am a winner.
Chad Daphne.
Chadney. I am Bobby Dodgers, the residential stoner and owner of Titular Parrot, Ozzy.
Hi, Daphne. Bird
There's only enough room for 3 Daphnes on this crew.
And it's the 3 in the other frame.
It's the 3 across from us.
Alright.
And we're here winking at the camera.
Oh god, it started already. Okay. So, gold spins around like the sun. Wait, I'm not supposed to talk in useful ways.
When do you ever?
But now it's roleplay.
Now it's being in character.
I have to squawk.
It's not him trying to intentionally be mysterious as the DM. It's him roleplay. You guys haven't quite been in every room of the house. You've been in quite a few of them. At least some of you have been kind of popped briefly out into the greenhouse, I believe. The other 2, like, spots on the grounds that you would know of, having seen them driving in, but haven't been to yet, are the carriage house and the, Croswell family crypt.
For the record, I did write down our clue ahead of time. It was just on the back of my character sheet, so it didn't exist until
I write so many things down on the back of my character sheets.
Way to go, Patricia.
I mean...
Guys, I already know what we're gonna do, man. Just Just set up some bait and I'll just go and beat him up. It's easy. It's really easy. Here we go.
Yeah, but if we set it up that we have we know where the treasure is, that'll be a good bait.
That's our bait.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah, because then we get to solve both mysteries at the same time, and it's a nice round off to the whole thing.
So how are we gonna trap him? Supposed ghost.
Well, there's those trap doors that we found, so we could maybe set up around one of those where it's it's the classic, haha, look at this, and then he falls through the trap door, and we set up my brain thinks of classic Scooby-Doo where it's a water barrel. And it just falls
I
into
think
it.
in classic Scooby-Doo fashion, the more complex the better.
It's true.
You need a crossbow.
Yeah.
You need a bucket.
There's the
It has to
magic
be-
box.
You need
It
a
has to
Cut in
be-
half box.
You need a board with a spring on
It
it.
has to be at least 3 ricochets off of the crossbow to yeah.
Lock him in the magic box.
That's true. Oh yeah. So it's the trap door with the magic box, and someone's down below.
Just like Bill. Just like Bill.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna be able to pull himself up like I did. See that? Did we open it for you? See that?
We opened it for you.
I think he's talking about the
He's
trap
got the trap door.
Yeah.
not the magic box.
Yeah. Dumbass parrot. Hey man.
That's pretty harsh.
Don't go talking to my parrot like that.
Gold spinning.
You need a beer.
Like that song.
You need a beer.
Damn right I do.
It's like a Snickers.
You're not you when you're sober.
Beer.
You're not you when you're sober.
I think that's a missed marketing campaign for a beer company.
He's just for that 30 seconds, he's played by he's played by just a totally different actor.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Was it Danny DeVito or someone? Who was
Danny
I'm
DeVito
sure
was in
he's
at
been
least
one.
one of them.
Yeah.
Betty White was in one of them.
What's up? R.I.P.
The real
Couldn't even
Chuffy.
make it to 100, man.
Too soon.
Damn, there's
You really
gonna,
need a beer.
there's gonna be a lot of Betty White stands out there that are gonna fucking fight you.
I'll take the buddy.
We call those Betty White nights.
That's an out of context
Okay. Back to the
Okay.
game. We want to solve the mystery
Right.
as well as the mystery of who this ghost is, which is, I assume, an actual ghost.
So
So
it's
we'll-
gold spinning. So we need to find something that's golden that's spinning, right? Because round like the sun implies that it's an orb, right?
The window that was set up high, above where he appeared on the second floor, is it circular?
Sure.
I don't think it's that.
Your spidey sense.
We
Yeah.
could
Just
check
the
out
way
the
he
room.
said
The,
Did we?
Ozzy wouldn't recommend or wouldn't want to go check out the crypt, but we haven't checked out the crypt.
That is true.
Yeah.
And if I was
both the crypt and the carriage house have been.
If I was a mean old miser, weird magician boy who wanted all my gold with me in the afterlife, I'd bury it with myself.
That's true. Pharaoh rules.
Pharaoh rule, exactly. I'd put my organs in jars and I'd bury my gold with me.
That's like calling dibs. If you call Pharaoh rules in your old age, they have to bury you with all their riches.
True.
It's the,
It's just my bury me with my laptop and burn my hard drive.
Bury the laptop that no one can see the history.
I want to be buried with all my hard drives and cremation.
And it's just a bunch of weird stuff. I'm trying to delete his all of his history, and I'm just why is there so much RuneScape shit on it?
The account dies with me.
The account keeps playing itself. Anyway,
Anyway,
No, that's a ghost.
so my other thought is a globe, right? That'd be my thought as well, because it's it has a map already on it, and it has you can maybe do
spin.
coordinates. It spins. It's an orb. It's got some astrological, connection.
Okay, this might be like out of this world, but you think globes are made off, like, designed off of the Earth?
Maybe.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, Bill. I didn't know you were so smart.
You guys
In
should
like
go
the study or anything, did I see like a
periodic clock.
like a
Yeah,
globe? Or
there'd be a like an old antique globe in the study.
wouldn't happen to have like
A red X
accents
painted
or-
on it or anything? No.
Ah, the treasure's in Somalia.
The king goes to
Can I
It's in
maybe do like
Turkey.
a perception on it?
Yeah, sure.
Once again, probably just
Somalia
chasing
brings a
down
whole
bad
new
leads, but you gotta
meaning
try.
to a pirate
You can
ghost.
absolutely do a notice on.
Somali pirate ghost.
Oh, I don't have good notice. That's interesting.
I do. But
I
I'm
do.
not there looking at it.
It's true.
You are.
Oh, you can drag me.
I don't have notice
might
at
have
all.
good notice.
I mean, I assume you guys are kind of traveling as a group
Right.
at the moment.
Like,
Yeah, mine's only a 2. I'm like, here. Does this look? Anything about this look weird to you?
Okay, I have a 3 in notice.
Okay, so that is a D8.
Not bad.
I always that's just how I write the Savage World stuff. Is like
I write the die type, so that way I.
Me
Oh,
too.
it's a
I
D8.
just count up. It's like
Oh,
8
right.
explodes.
Oh, yeah, that'll do. 13.
13. There is like an obvious hinge on the globe. Like it does seem like the top half
Opens.
of like the globe and the framework like opens.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Okay, it's seems to be a kind of miniature liquor cabinet.
Nice.
Like kind of styled as a globe. There's a couple of glasses in there and like a couple of like half empty bottles.
Dude, we found the treasure.
Yeah, man. I just run to it and just like grab whatever the cheapest thing is because I don't know that it's like
oh, this is good stuff, man.
it's a great
Yeah,
stuff.
there isn't like neither of the bottles in here are cheap. It seems to be like a brandy and a scotch.
I don't think this is it.
More of a vodka girl myself, but it's
Hey
okay.
man, you
I
want
want to get drunk
you-
without the sophistication.
You want to share the treasure?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah. Cheers, man, to big.
Why do we even keep them around?
Ah, he's got a car. There. Ah, mine. He owns me.
Pretty dark on
I
Ozzy
swear.
just turns to like the one I looked straight at you and says nothing else.
That's a good Ozzy, man.
Ah, good Ozzy.
Okay. Where else? I guess yeah, we can check out the crypt. We just haven't seen anything.
Ah, I'm not going in there.
Wait,
No grip.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
We're going.
He's more of a Bloods kind of man.
Yeah. You got
Green
blunts?
parrot, so it's a mishearing. It's amazing.
Let's go.
Okay. We're going to
Ozzy,
the
would you do
Well,
it for an
okay.
Ozzy snack? An Ozzy pop?
Oh, hell, you got an Ozzy file?
Sure. It's over. Where are they at?
Over there.
They're over there.
Right that
Put
in.
your money where your mouth is.
Just
Ready?
gives the parrot $20.
What if that landed in my mouth and I just chewed and swallowed, wrapper it off?
I was waiting for it to beat you in the forehead.
I really
Shit my tooth.
Eric said I wouldn't stop laughing for the rest of the
I just lock your eyes.
Tonight's recording would take even longer. Just because.
All right.
You,
Bolstered, with my resolve bolstered by my sweet treat.
Same
I'm ready
here.
to go to the crypt.
Same here, man. I'm ready to go to this
yeah,
circus.
you guys can enter the Croswell family crypt. There's not a lot of people buried here. There's only kind of a couple of generations, but there are. It's a windowless stone building with a iron door. It's decorative, but in that like very like graveyard like kind of way. Like it's obviously no one's meant to like spend all that much time staring at the decorations.
I spent some time staring at the decoration.
Let's go to the big man himself. Is he here?
There
Santa
would
Claus?
be a.
Yes.
We've got some questions for you. First of all, what are you doing here? There are like kind of.
What do I look like when I sleep?
Niches.
Like,
There are niches in.
Why were you kissing mom?
in kind of both walls.
I
A couple of which have coffins in them, and there would be a plaque for Ezekial Croswell
Okay.
at one of the coffins.
What is the plaque?
It's just a little like brass plaque.
No insignias or anything, just like name and dates.
Yep.
Does it say how he died?
Hmm.
Because he did it.
He's alive.
If I have a headstone, don't put the date that I died. Just put a dash.
noted
Could have
as,
been any time.
as a person.
It'll be in my.
Now,
it'll be in
is
my,
it?
will.
Would it be? It can't be illegal to put like the wrong date on there,
Do you
right?
want me
Could
to
you
put-
intentionally do like a date far?
I
in the
assume
future?
you could
Do you
do
want me to
whatever
put
the hell you wanted.
Your birthday and then under the table, that thing we were talking about.
Oh, drop tables, like.
Oh yeah.
Single quotes drop tables, so when they enter it into a database, it deletes the database if they did it wrong. Classic.
I'd like to fly around and look for like specifically anything golden in color or circular.
Okay, you're flying around in the crypt.
Does
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we
he?
desecrate a
Is
body?
Only quite yet.
it's kind of meta thinking here. For
Okay.
Bobby Dodgers.
Oh.
Is
Idea.
there?
That's what we call those.
It's true. It's the character the most that can metagame is the stoner character.
I've always wanted to play a character in D&D that could hear the DM. Like he like in his head, so it's just like the DM would describe something. He's just like, "You're right, I do see that."
I think that there was a homebrew that was like Warlock of the DM, like the DM is your
was the
patron.
DM.
So
You're right,
like,
voice in my head, I do see this.
does his son have a plaque here?
His grandson? His son would.
Maybe the riddle talks about his son.
The
How was
Oh,
sun spelled
sun.
in the riddle?
Sun.
S-U-N.
Oh.
Maybe the top got
Yeah, man,
scratched
it's
off.
spelled just like that.
Yeah. It's the same thing, man.
Was he just calling his son fat? He's like round.
My treasure hoard is fat, like my worthless fat son.
It spins around him as his gravitational pull.
Just roasting his son.
The crypt isn't very big. It's not hard to fly around it. You don't see anything glittering. I mean, like, there are brass plaques on the niches that have coffins have brass plaques, but they're very weathered. And there's nothing in here round, I guess. You don't fly up to the ceiling and see a big round, motif on the floor or anything.
Anyone want to open up a coffin?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I
bad
got
juju,
it.
bad juju.
I got it.
That's how you get cursed.
Phil, are you gonna
trying
open
to
it?
open it.
Which coffin are you opening?
Whatever. My main one was closest. Like
My main man, Croswell.
Okay, roll me a d6. You're just opening a random.
If one of these is
He's
just
too
like a
young.
ladder down, is gonna be really creepy.
3. There's just a skeleton in there.
You're cursed as fuck.
Dude, that dude's dead.
It's also definitely not the coffin of Ezekiel Croswell.
Can I roll an occult for like if there's any like symbols or something
Sure.
like that? Like just to see if I notice
You can close
things.
it.
Technically it would be a notice, but I'm noticing occult things specifically.
You right. Well, and
Cheese.
it's interpreting them more than it's like just noticing them.
While they're
It's
looking
not
around in there,
yours, excuse
I'm
me,
gonna
it's the
land on
table.
Bobby Dodger's shoulders and I'm gonna
Tenant.
like
Tenant.
peck at you a little bit and be like, "Carriage house."
The
Oh man, carriage house. You think?
most
they got
of the
some stuff in
coffins,
there?
especially from like
Food.
kind of
Carriage
Ezekiel
house, carriage
Croswell
house.
and his like
So,
sort of the
so-
family
so,
before
there,
him
there,
and
there,
like
there,
the
Bobby.
family
The
are
Bobby.
very decorative and heavily
There,
carved,
there,
and there would
Ozzy.
be a lot of like occult motifs. Nothing that like hints at like rituals or anything, but like those motifs were clearly like
Right.
chosen intentionally to decorate those coffins.
Well, if you
It's
guys
the Masons, I knew it.
well, if you guys will excuse us, Ozzy and I are gonna go to the carriage house and see if they have any food.
Okay.
Should we follow them?
Well, I want you to take a look around and see if you notice any, like... I just had the thought of if there's, like, a secret passage or something in here. Kind of like how the rest of the house, like, has different things. If there's,
We
like...
didn't notice anything that could be pulled on to make a
Yeah,
secret
it's
passage.
like, oh, this
or-
has been worn down, or, you know.
Oh, that was awful.
You got bennies?
You got pennies?
Oh, I guess we'll spend
I
a
think
penny.
Bobby and Ozzy are gonna go over to the carriage house.
Yeah.
Are you looking for anything?
That's
particular
way
in the
better.
carriage house?
Huh?
Oh,
Are you looking for anything particular in the carriage house?
I guess kind of just want to get a lay of it first.
Okay.
before-
Carriage house is kind of, it's like essentially kind of part garage, part stable. There is an old carriage here, like meant to be drawn by a team of horses. There are stalls for horses, most of which are empty. There are 2 horses here, and the carriage looks like it's been maintained. You don't know if that was kind of like if bringing horses back in and stuff was kind of intended as part of the museum.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so it's kind of like the kind of stables on one side with like the tack and stuff like that, kind of a garage on the other side, and then a second floor over the stable side that seems to be like grain storage and stuff like that.
Gonna walk up and give one of the horses an Ozzy pop.
Basically a sugar cube.
Yeah, you toss it to her. The horse immediately eats it, Scooby-Doo fashion, and then just goes, Sharon! Really loudly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Holy shit, a talking animal!
Ozzy, what are you talking about, man? You can talk.
I'm not an animal.
I'm a human
Oh,
being
that-
trapped in a bird's body.
Oh, that's right. Damn, that's crazy, man.
Bill Kessler, though, man's an animal.
He's dumber than these horses.
And it should be noted that I am doing push-ups on the ground this entire time.
What was the notice roll?
8.
8. It doesn't look like there's like no evidence of a secret passage in here. Like, yeah, there's no wear patterns on the floor or walls. Nothing sort of sounds hollow, and nothing seems to like open.
Open sesame.
let's go to the carriage house before
Yeah.
Tweedledee and Tweedlebird do something.
I make sure that
Tweedledee and Tweety.
Bobby's just gonna start looking around, seeing what he can find.
Okay.
So let's see it. I have no notice, so this is gonna be interesting.
I have plenty, but I want you to fail at this instead.
That is a 2.
That is 2. You find some of those like horse feed bags that are like partially filled with oats.
I take a handful and start eating them.
Okay.
It's like raw oats. You must have some major munchies.
I mean,
it's pretty tough.
I smoked like 3 joints the entire time we were here, man.
Rat,
One and
light
oats.
bulb, rat, and I'm gonna like wave my wing over my head and be
Right.
like, greenhouse,
Great.
sun, greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Do you want to look around in here at all?
Yeah, I'll fly around. I'll look too. Before we abandon this, having not looked, assuming there's nothing to find,
That's actually a good idea.
I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
Here, use a Benny.
6.
CX. The carriage wheels do have a sun motif carved onto them. That's the only that's like the only round thing and the only like sun related thing.
Spinning? Does it have any like an arrow?
I want to try and fly inside.
Of the
carriage.
Okay.
It's like open.
Yeah, you
Window over there.
You're a bird.
could get in there.
I want to try and logic, like, is there a gap? Is there, like, space in this where there could be, like, a hidden compartment or something inside of this carriage?
No. Like maybe under the seats.
But it'd be pretty tiny.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be huge. Like you're certain there's nothing under the floor or like the walls. And it's a pretty plush carriage.
What does the thing say again?
Oh, great.
You feel like wearing a top hat and sitting on the...
Oh, where's that top?
Specifically, it says gold spinning round like the sun. Does the sun motif have? Can I maybe roll an occult to see if there's like any particular symbols or anything?
Are you guys here now?
Yeah.
You guys just showed up.
Unless Will says otherwise.
No, yeah,
You guys walk in and I'm pecking against the side of that wheel while Bobby looks the other direction.
You're pecking at the side of the wheel?
Yeah.
10.
I mean, you can think of a dozen different
It's wrong.
meanings behind the sun. The sun is like the sun is a part of so much.
It's
different,
literally the
folklore
first and
occultism.
most occult thing, like in most civilizations.
Right behind it, the moon.
What's that big glowing thing in the sky, dude? Fuck if I know.
The day glowing thing or the night glowing thing? Those aren't the same glowing thing.
Fucking crazy is what they are.
Cuts to them standing out there in the dark. You're right. It does look totally different.
You can also see both of them at the same time. This is fucking wild.
Do you think they know each other?
Well, obviously they're married.
You're like pecking at the this sun disc on these wheels. You're fairly certain that it's kind of a thin veneer over something metallic.
I try and peck harder.
Okay.
Crack the veneer.
It does. It's the nice if you accidentally, if you're doing yard work or something and you just nail something metal with a tool.
Oh yeah.
That just shakes your whole body and it feels horrible. That you just peck it super hard and his whole body just
I'm thinking.
I turn around and be like, Ozzy, what the hell happened, man?
I'm thinking
behind the hubcap
of a video game sound effect, but I don't remember what it's from. But it's like a glass shattering noise and a.
I think I'm gonna try and use the curved beak and kind of peck at the edge of it to see if I can pop it off or move it in any way.
Okay, give
One of you goes over there and help the bird.
I mean, I got it.
There you go. Thanks, Chief.
Let me fail first.
Somebody give me an athletics.
I want to try first because I'm bad.
Right.
And
Because it'd be
then
fine.
Because there isn't really
I do actually have one rank.
It's what do you check for this?
Yeah.
We're gonna not use a Benny, and it's a 2.
It's 2.
Or is it
you're
0?
just.
It's just 2. I have one rank in athletics.
You're pretty sure there's metal under this. You're not able to get anything to move.
I'll come up and take a crack at it.
Okay.
Athletics.
That's just a 3.
Just a 3?
Just a 3.
You can't. You can't get. Even with your quarterback fingers, you can't get any purchase around the edge of this thing.
I'll come up and give it a shot now.
You don't want to hurt this little monkey, you know what I'm saying?
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Yeah, same thing. Can't.
Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, sorry, I was dealing with some school stuff right now. Yes. What are we looking at?
So we're trying to pry a metal thing off of the hubcap of this carriage.
Oh. Is it strength?
Yeah,
It's
athletics, which you have a 1 in. So
what he's saying is there's a chance. It'd be hilarious if you get it.
There's a chance.
She also rolled a 4 on the d6, so 5.
Bill is unwilling, to hurt his moneymaker, the finesse of that touchdown throw in hand.
You just walk over and slap his hands out of the way.
And you are able to quite easily pop this sort of thin wooden veneer off of this hubcap, and beneath it is in the exact same sort of round sun motif, but it seems to be solid gold.
Oh, wow.
It's a good thing I was here to loosen that.
Billy,
check the other hubcaps.
Billy, I think she's stronger than you. I think she should be the quarterback.
And one's listening. We should check the other hubcaps.
I'll check the other.
It's now that you guys. I won't make you roll for each one, but you guys can. All 4 of them seem to be gold on the beneath the sort of cover.
Can we pull it out, or is it attached to the wheel?
That'll be another athletics.
I've learned my lesson.
I'll give a shot to try to pull one.
I'm a bird. Man.
4.
4.
Okay, yeah, you guys can pop them out.
Yeah.
How
Is there
big are we
anything behind
talking?
him?
There's nothing behind them. They're like 4 or 5 inches thick, and
Dang.
probably about yay big around.
Those things must be heavy as
They
hell.
are extremely heavy.
Holy cow.
All
It
right.
would have been funny if Ozzy had successfully gotten one.
Okay. Hey, here's our freaking bait, man.
This is our ghost braining brick right here.
So this, guys, you could buy so much pizza with this stuff. We got to put one.
It belongs in a museum.
But Ozzy, come on, man. Bird saying pizza. Just saying.
All right. Well, let's set up our trap, huh? We've got our bait. Can I roll like a academics to see if this is like can I do some like math to be like, is this like the whole treasure, or is this just like, is this logically like gonna be just a part of it? Because Matty G doesn't really know how rich these guys are.
Quantity
I'm like,
gold
it's
is
a lot of gold.
Times 4.
Times 4 is like, that's a lot.
That's why I'm like, it could. I consider it a treasure.
You played too many fantasy RPGs where dragons' hordes exist.
Fiber.
Where you run into a room filled with giant piles of gold, only all of them say empty because
Because the rogue already went through.
was it 4?
5.
5.
Okay.
This isn't. You don't know you don't know exactly how much money this is. This is a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm gonna call step 1 of our plan a success. Fucking rad. That was a really cool. Like, oh yeah, the coach wheels.
So I have an idea for the trap.
Mm-hmm.
I made good friends with these horses here, and I point to like 2 horses behind me.
You see 2 horses clearly chewing hard candy.
Yeah.
What if we use the carriage? We use the carriage as the bait, and we trap the ghost in the carriage and send the horses running.
But then he gets away.
What if we left him an unlocked escape route? And
I have the perfect idea to catch him. We start a car. We put him in the car. We watch him drive away. What a Bobby Dodgers.
That was classic Bobby Dodgers.
Magic box. Magic box.
I agree. I agree with the bird.
Magic bucks in the carriage.
I'm losing to a bird. Yeah, we'll
so, what is your guys' overly complicated plan to trap the ghost?
We need a bait, so we'll have someone be the bait, and then the ghost will start running towards the trap door, and we'll have the trap.
Ooh, we have the box underneath one of the trapdoors.
Yes.
For sure.
Right.
So that he falls through the trapdoor into the trap box.
Right.
So we'll have overly plan. If we want to do overly plan, someone get into a suit of armor and just start shooting an arrow gun everywhere.
Where's the arrow gun?
Where did this come from?
I don't know, just you guys were talking about
Supposing we shoot him.
it.
So what's the trap? I get on a Glock.
And that's why I said you're not allowed. Well, I don't think the Glock was around in the 70s. I think it's more of an 80s thing. But either way, that's why I said don't stat your characters for combat. But this whole thing doesn't work if you just.
We do like the box underneath one of those trapdoors.
We'll have Bill up top, like
No,
taunting.
Bill should be.
Bill should be on the box.
Be on the box in case he gets out. You can kick his ass. Right?
Hell yeah!
Super strong.
Yeah!
The best, the strongest.
I'll mess him up.
And then we can be like in the room, in like the magic room, right? Standing by one of the trap doors, and just like cover it with like a tarp or like just something to disguise it.
So,
And then you guys can be like running around being like, "Oh my God, they found the gold! It's in that magician's room." Like,
I can fly around and try.
and then we'll
lead
be in
him
the
to
magician's
there.
room, like holding gold, and be like, "Oh my God!" And
so
then-
the typical Scooby-Doo fashion, the stoner and the pet have to go be the bait.
yeah, exactly.
Listen, man, I'm willing to do anything, but that sounds dangerous.
I just hold up like the gold at you, and I was like, go like this.
No.
Not ours. Not ours.
I see.
Not ours. You drive a hard bargain.
I forgot the rules we're playing by.
I am also at risk of bodily harm.
I need Ozzy out for this.
Jocelyn's trying to actually cause bodily harm.
I know, right?
You want to see bodily harm, do you?
Go for the check.
I am I am going to ask for, even though like the trap itself isn't necessarily all that complicated, I am gonna ask for a repair roll from somebody.
Just shut up.
Just because like you guys don't necessarily know how trapdoors work. And
Does
it's
anybody
just
have
going
repair?
to
I do.
Oh!
The stoner
and
does.
it's just going to be a
What do
little
you
bit more
repair?
about like getting everything
friggin'
in
hot
place
box?
Exactly.
and figuring out how it all works so that you can take advantage of it.
Oh, what's wrong with
Well, he helps Bill fix the car. That's what.
Yeah, I'll spend a penny on that one.
And the a failure doesn't necessarily mean that the trap is set up poorly. It just might affect some of what happens along the way.
Fair enough. That's a 5.
That's a 5. Okay, you are as confident as Fred is in every one of his attacks.
This has been fixed by the great Dobby Bodgers. Yes.
Alright. So, like, yeah, throw a tarp over it, kind of like, try to, like,
Well, I
move
need
some
help.
stuff around so that maybe he kind of like, loses track of, like,
you
where
got
all
the
the stuff
joints in your
is,
little
you know?
pouch there.
I go into my little messenger pigeon leg strap and I pull out a single joint and throw it at you.
Thanks, Ozzy. Thanks, Ozzy.
You're Bobby.
Okay.
I'm Ozzy.
Now, when the ghost comes in, we'll be holding like the gold, like near the trap door. But then when we see him, we have to drop it and like, kind of like run, right? So that way he's like, aha, the gold. And he like runs towards it.
Okay.
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 Sound good? Everyone set?
Okay. How? I'm sure with the like half hour of just bullshittery that got bolted onto the front of this recording, you don't even know exactly where we are. But
We have enough time to do this. I
oh,
think.
no, yeah. As well as just like I'm wondering like. I'm just wondering like kind of.
We're
exactly
probably 15 to 20 minutes would be a totally reasonable episode.
Okay. And there's not necessarily any need to just like find arbitrary ways to drag it out.
Like a bad animated movie.
Are you speaking about something in particular?
I'm not gonna name any names.
So you're waiting at the saw him in half box to slam it shut and lock him in under the trapdoor. You guys are waiting with the gold. And then you guys are
Probably
I guess,
only like 2 of them.
right. And you guys are setting
Running
out
around the
into the
house?
mansion to find the ghost.
You go left, I'll go right.
Got it. I immediately go right.
Both of you just
I immediately go left, assuming you would do the wrong thing.
both of you just roll me a d20.
Oh.
Who crit fails?
It's a perfectly average 10.
13.
13.
Well, that's an unlucky number.
So you win. So
I encounter the ghost.
yes, wandering through this creepy, dark, occultist's mansion in the middle of the night. You are the ones who sort of rounds a corner in one of the hallways and sees the ghost of Ezekial Croswell standing. And he doesn't say a word. He just raises his hand, and that flame.
The Hand of Doom!
The Hand of Doom!
Yeah. Well, I take a hit of the joint first. And then start running away.
Okay. Give me give me an intelligence roll to see how well you remember the route you're supposed to take.
Can we say he's got like a -1 or -2 on this because he's high right now?
A smarts
Yeah,
roll?
just do
Oh, he's also just as bad at smarts, so that might do it. That might do it for us, speaking of.
Humana.
It's all the weed.
4 explodes.
Hey, there's a chance.
The 5.
You remember the route back flawlessly. And you guys see the screaming Bobby Dodgers come straight back down the hallway, and you can see an ominous glow like around a corner in the distance. And at a dead sprint, he comes straight past you guys, like straight down the hallway, like around the trapdoor, past you guys and into like a big cabinet, and just shuts.
Let me know when he's gone, man.
And at a dead sprint, with one hand up in the air,
Running with one hand straight up in the air is insane. It looks crazy.
I try to like make it very
Right.
noticeable.
Look at all.
And then, and like drop it and
run.
Yeah.
You find the cabinet like curiously locked. But I guess I'll have to just roll an athletics for the ghost to see whether or not what happens with the trapdoor.
Let's see.
He like hits it, like it activates, but similar to Bill, he like kind of like when Bill just like got stuck partway through, he like catches himself like as
Is his hand still on fire?
as he's Six explodes, so yes. I guess it is. But that's the hand that's like holding on to like the edge of the floor. He seems to immediately realize what's happened and in a very unghost-like voice yells, "Somebody help me."
Can I say that I just happened to be flying in at
Sure.
this point with a like bucket from Mop and Bucket?
Oh yeah, well, by all means.
I'll fly in and I will say, "Don't worry, Rat, I'll help," and I'll drop this bucket of water on top of him
Okay.
to try and put out the fire, of course.
Yeah, that's.
I like the idea. No, I like the idea that it's just a whole ass bucket getting dropped on it.
Yeah, it's an empty bucket.
I'm like struggling to hold it up.
So
and like, Rat, I'll help.
he gets hit in the head with a full bucket, which does spray water everywhere, put the fire out. He falls, and then you get hit in the head with an empty bucket. as the ghost of Ezekiel Croswell and a shit ton of water just comes like falling down out of the trapdoor above you into your perfectly placed
Yay!
Psalm and half box.
Oh man, what the hell? Take my shirt off. Yeah, that's right.
Do you close it?
I do that, and then I close.
You had to know who he was messing with.
I like when the cops show up, they're like, "Why are you shirtless?"
I had to show him what's up.
You know, I don't know, but pretty impressive, huh?
I guess we can fast forward to the next morning. You guys have an angry-looking ghost of Ezekiel Croswell with his head sticking out of the top of the box. You just propped it upright.
Now, here's the question: how many bricks of gold do we present as evidence?
All 3 but 1. Like, we keep one for ourselves.
All 3.
You guys are you're there with I'm gonna have to look up his name. He was you're there with Marcus Croswell, the grandson of Ezekiel Croswell, as well as like local law enforcement, the sheriff. There to unmask your villain.
Yeah. We say,
Man, look, caught your ghost for you.
Right? I said we're the best. We're the best.
He does seem quite impressed.
I tell the ghost, I'm like, "You look at this cops here, man. Else I would kick the shit out of you, man."
The ghost.
You know I would, right? You know I would.
do you want to do the unmasking?
Yeah.
I immediately unmasked.
Brutal.
Stephanie, would you like the honors? You take the mask off to reveal Elliot Berman, the caretaker.
Berman! It's always the caretaker.
Yeah.
Elliot Berman!
There you go.
I forgot.
Well, you guys say Elliot Berman, and it's Marcus Croswell who says the caretaker, because that's always what happens.
Right? But why?
But why?
But why?
The giant piles of money.
Probably because he's a spineless bitch. That's probably.
I mean,
He wanted all the gold, and he turned himself into a ghost to scare everybody away. And he managed to do the hand trick, the flaming hand trick, with a piece of cheese, 3 matches, and a squirrel.
he gives you a look of like everybody can smell how high you are. They're just like, the sheriff is just conveniently ignoring it.
But with the estate boarded up for all these years, he's the only one that would know like where everything was. He probably spent a ton of time in that magic room and reading the books and everything. He'd probably spent the most time out of anybody searching for
and
the
he
treasure.
probably found that little part.
Right? It only took us one night.
Well, and as soon as
What an idiot.
and it's Marcus Croswell who says like, so when I planned on opening the house as a museum, he would have lost his like ability to search.
Yeah, or certainly his exclusivity to it. Does he say the thing?
Is there any other tricks you guys want to explain? Or
I think our man here explained it pretty well.
Right? Definitely the cheese.
I mean, how else are you gonna get that flaming effect? I'm just saying.
Right? Sulfur. Smelled sulfur.
Did we see
Magic
anything in
tricks.
the books
You
about
mean-
the Hand of Doom? Like how it
no,
was done?
but like the books make it kind of obvious that like Ezekiel Croswell was more of an illusionist and a stage magician than like a true occultist. Almost like most
I'm
occultists of the
very
Victorian
tempted to
era.
like suddenly change my voice and speak very. Right? Well, clearly. Look closely at the tape.
Really closely.
Magic tricks, magic books. We found a book with his
Plus
magic
all
tricks.
kinds of like trap doors that he was using to run around and get to different places without being seen.
Fake ghost. Bill thought he fought it. Didn't fight it. Fake ghost.
Yeah, man, no wonder. Otherwise, that was a perfect tackle, man. He probably wasn't even there.
Good form.
Good form.
Straight with dumbwaiter, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, pretty good.
And glaring angrily around at all of you, Elliot Berman, the despondent and still inexplicably soaked, despite the fact that it's the next morning, caretaker,
How's he still wet?
says, and I would have got away with it too. I wrote for you stupid kids and your shit-talking bird.
Right? Rot in jail.
I had a ton of fun doing this. When Erickson and I came up with this idea to like do a knockoff, to just like throw the rules of Savage Worlds completely out the window, and just run like a mini Savage Worlds game, knocking off Scooby-Doo, where you guys were a gang of teenage super sleuths. The response that you guys immediately had of just like, that's, and then like how it immediately became like just the heavy metal version of Scooby-Doo was just wonderful. You guys played your parts just beautifully.
I gotta say, I believe Skler and I deserve like a fake
Oscars.
Emmy, fake Oscar for our portrayals.
It's called an Ozzy.
Just a parrot.
Thank you guys for playing through this just ridiculous little story. Thank everybody for joining us. Most of our tabletop RPG stuff is at least a little bit more serious than this. But this was a ton of fun. We will probably do this next year. It'll be the next episode. You guys will be off to solve another mystery somewhere else, and you'll figure out who the villain is as soon as you meet them, probably. Because that's just always how it works.
Sketchy looking guy over here.
We've got a lot more spooky season stuff already out, or at least some other spooky season stuff out. We've got a lot more coming out, some of which is going to be
Also
equally
ridiculous.
goofy, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you everybody for watching. I would say I'll see you next week, but
That would be a lie.
I'll see you in whatever else of ours you decide to watch. Again, yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I had a great time.
Alright. Stolen bras.
Why?
It's just the end picture is Ozzy flying off with like a puck of gold flying around.